Welcome to That's a Thing Accent Core. It is episode .59 and it is Monday, February the 10th. And if you're a child, close out the window.
Yeah, there's nothing here for you. There's nothing. My name's Kevin, also known as Rayla.
And I'm Drew.
All right, let's make the children go away. So, I don't like the idea of the caucus.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what that was. I must have known, and then I forgot. Oh, I gotta not yell. Not yell. Gotta say
down.
normal.
But apparently the actual issue is that, like most things in modern capitalism, they have turned over what should be trusted to human beings with a deep understanding of the process to an app.
Oh, no. Well, so there are two issues. Issue one.
The Democratic Party hates Bernie.
Well, it's not just them. It's the I do listen.
It's all the rich people.
I am not going
media corporations.
to say politically. I want our listeners to look at candidates, look at their opinions, and vote and support the one that best supports their interests.
Yes, be an informed voter.
However, I can say, regardless of political affiliation. Yo, those people hate Bernie, and the media hates Bernie.
Yeah,
they hate him real bad. Hillary Clinton has made like 3 interviews going,
throwing him on the bus.
I hate Bernie.
Yeah.
I just hate him so much.
I don't know. It's weird that the one thing the two parties agree on is I don't like the guy who wants to fuck rich people.
Oh, because the rich people don't like it.
Yeah.
The rich people don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to the caucus. There are 2 points. Point number 1
Yeah.
is I thought that the Iowa caucus was about... Good, we're getting the kids out of here.
Yeah,
out of here. They're like, oh, Iowa caucus. I thought it was just like a primary where you go in, you do your vote, and then you leave.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like some kind of performance ritual where a bunch of people stand in a gym, go to different sides.
It's like a mini electoral college.
Then they count, and then the people, if they weren't enough, have to go to someone else.
Yeah.
And I was just... The tweet that best summed it up was... if we saw another country doing this, we would invade them. We would say, oh, this is our democracy. Everyone gets in a gym, and then we all go to sides and yell, and then we all it's like, no.
And and the other thing is, if you're already standing at a candidate, and you're the only guy there, you're just like, I'm not voting for that. You're just going to go to the, your second or third pick.
Yeah. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, the circumstances behind the caucus reporting app are they're so blatantly okay, so number 1, the company's name is Shadow. You're trying, that'd be like if your company's name was Rig, and here's the Rig app.
Yep.
We're gonna everyone download your Rig app.
The red.
I know, I'm sorry. I just really like the idea of the name of Shadow. No, that messes it up. It has to be here. It's just me yelling.
Yeah, no, I'm just pulling it further
It's
away.
like the Cobra.
Yeah.
And then Cobra. Oh, God. That's so bad.
Yeah.
That was so bad. I'm just...
I didn't even realize it was an issue. I realized whatever night it was happening, it's like, oh, let's see what the results are in, and it's like
0.
Yeah, and it's like Bernie Sanders winning, and then an hour later recounting, and then it's like, I'm just gonna look at this the next day. No answer the next day.
It's incredibly suspicious. So one of the suspicious things about it that makes you feel that, and I think this idea is very bad politically. Because even if you are Buttigieg, and you're doing all the shenanigans, what this is doing is making enthusiasm go down, and you can't have.
It's decreasing voter turnout.
You have to across when people are going. A poll came out, and then the Des Moines Iowa Register says we're not going to release the poll. You know why, Drew?
because the guy we don't want to win won.
No, because he was on the no, so we're gonna, which doesn't really happen. Normally, they just release that.
Yeah.
They go, no, not this
I
time.
mean, CNN was like, for a while there, they'd have all the Democratic candidates, and then they'd have and other was winning, and Bernie was not listed in the other candidates.
There's so many of it's like Biden Warren neck and neck, and they'd be at like 15% and Bernie Sanders 30, and you're like, what? Your thing is they hate him.
Yeah,
they hate, and it's just there's some problems.
Yes, there are.
There are problems, and honestly, you got to have your voter turnout. That's what matters.
The only way. It's non-voters win every election.
Yeah, and it's because
in the U.S.
because people will come out to vote to support their candidate rather than to vote against someone else.
Yeah.
It's just people will come out and vote, but more people will say, I will vote for this person. And then I go, I don't.
Did you see that headline where it's like 2016? Why the Iowa caucus is so important?
2020,
2020, the Iowa caucus doesn't matter at all.
Of course, it's blatant.
Yeah,
I think that's the word where you're all, with anything political, you're expecting shenanigans.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
at least in this country.
It doesn't. I'm saying in every country there's shenanigans.
There are, but I think we're really bad.
Oh well. What I'm saying is we are on a shenanigan meter roughly about 9. I would say we're around an 7 to an 8. 9, 10 is when the dictator just comes out and says, 100% winning.
Yeah, I'll give
That's
that.
the 10. We're around like a 7
to an 8. Yeah,
7 to 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes when
we're
good, we're at a 6.
We're getting there.
Oh, we're not. We are not at. We're Kim Jong Un winning in a landslide of 100%.
The National Archives had to publish a retraction and correct their.
That means we're at a 7.
Yeah,
we're not there yet. We're at 7. We're at 7. All right, the kids are gone.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Marvel. You wanted to talk about Evo dissatisfaction.
Yeah, it's just every year I just care less and less about all Evo.
I am in somewhat the same way where I used to would watch it all the time, and now I just kind of watch it on Saturdays.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Saturdays and Sundays. I watch grand finals.
Yeah.
And part of that is because even the games I really like, it's just. It doesn't fit with not my schedule, but it's just
it feels. Mr. Wizard is sleazy.
I don't
and
like
it's
him.
becoming. I don't either. It's becoming more and more apparent.
It's not the quote unquote esports presentation.
No, it's
so because I've been watching
I think
League of Legends again.
Yeah.
And they are the esports presentation professionality, but it's kind of the
FGC throughout like the past, especially I'm going to say 5 years, has done a good job of professionalizing, adopting some esports stuff, but it still feels like them and it doesn't feel fake, except, and this is my second part, and it will never become fully esports as long as there are people in the community and commentators who always blow back against them trying to call commentators casters.
Yeah.
And it feels incredibly wrong when, like, yikes, you can tell will be told, like, and it's like back to the casters. And, like, he'll say it, and, like, you can tell the scene is growing because you'll post in Twitch, like, you, casters, and, like, people be like, what's wrong with casters? And it's like, they ain't throwing spells at each other. They ain't throwing spells. They're commentators.
They're trying. It feels like. Because that's how it was in StarCraft, and then it transferred into League. But I always considered that different.
Yeah. And
I do agree, and I do appreciate that we've had our commentators not yelling profanities, and we haven't gotten too.
It's also different where a lot of commentators in the FGC are able to drop the N-word.
That's true.
Yeah, and like there are some after-hour streams where it's like Yikes and Chris Matrix, and it can get very vulgar.
But that's fine. That's after hours. It's not on the main.
But professional stages, They keep it clean and in check. They occasionally drop a swear.
No, it's
like
fun.
your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's a spice. That's the Cajun spice. Throw that in there. I still think, like, this is a minor tangent. I think it's really funny, the solution of how to get rid of the kids, where we talk about this something.
You're just adult.
It's like, I can imagine, it's like, oh boy, we're going to talk about, ugh.
Tune in next week when we talk about, filing for, like, Obamacare health insurance.
Oh, Lord. No, I think next week is probably going to be, because I got the email about registering my car tags.
Oh, that one, yeah.
So you gotta fill them out.
Gotta save it for.
I gotta save that one. I can't. That's a
gotta
preview.
sit on that one.
That's a preview.
That's a preview. But so this year's games are, in no surprise, Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
Tekken 7.
Yeah.
And Grand Blue, I'm gonna say, are the no surprises.
I think I would say
Dragon Ball FighterZ is also kind of a no surprise, but I just don't care about that.
I think the no surprises are it's Tekken, Street Fighter. I think Grand Blue because it's new. I honestly
also I'm gonna say like we can look back at shadiness of Evo. They did a year where it's like a vote in, like a fan donation drive, whatever. MKX.
Yeah.
Or Injustice. I can't remember.
One of them.
Whatever. Did not win it, but like a month after that, suddenly it's a main game. So I think Grand Blue has a lot of money. And I think they could throw a lot of money at Evo to make sure their game is in for its initial year.
Of course, Games has been all over it. It was all over Evo. It's Games is spending the
going
money.
Into the FGC.
They
hard.
spending money.
Yeah.
It's them. It's sort of similar to kind of like you feel with the Riot where they're just they are going. No, we're going in.
And then the surprise games. So that was 4: Street Fighter V, Tekken, Grand Blue, and Dragon Ball. The kind of more surprising ones to me are Samurai Showdown.
Samurai Showdown showing up again is impressive. That's impressive.
I think it's not if you consider it has a huge overlap with every other game.
Its entrants are always solid.
Yeah, so it's like people are entering other stuff, but they'll be like, I'm going to go ahead and throw Sam Show.
Oh, we forgot now the most solid of all, Smash. Smash is not, Smash Ultimate is not surprising.
I just forgot that's a game.
I know.
Sam Show.
That's to me, that's the one.
It had the highest entries last Evo.
Yo, if you're in Evo Japan, you won. You got that sweet Pro controller.
Yeah,
that was your grand prize.
Yeah, there's some shit. You want to talk about esports in the FGC? Japan is esports.
Oh, that one where it was just the crew that came in. It felt like Japanese.
There's some Jessu licensing for professional gamers.
It feels like a Yakuza side quest.
Man,
it feels like a legitimate Yakuza side quest.
It's like dirtier than Yakuza.
Well, that's for real Yakuza, not for play Yakuza, the game Yakuza, where the Yakuzas are mostly weirdly.
No, it's like to me, it's like even in real life, it's dirtier than real life Yakuza. Because real life Yakuza people are like, no, I'm dirty. This is like corporate man who's like, I'm clean.
It reminds me, and it was the most, I'll always remember, it was a Jeff Gershman quote when he was talking about people trying to real blow up. He has some shady businessman saying, we're going to be the next poker on TV. And Jeff was just like, that's your goal?
Yeah.
Your goal is poker on TV? And this guy like, yeah, I'm going to get it.
Your goal should be the next Monster Trucks on TV.
That's at least classic. Yeah. Monster Jam.
But so Sam Show, Soul Calibur 6 is a surprise to me.
That is a surprise. It's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it's not. So
it's usually fun to watch.
Yeah, I like it. There's good character variety, and it's that game.
To me, that's a sleeper.
Season 2, I'm actually curious to play because it seems like a lot of stuff has changed. It's no longer like you can still like burst activate, but now they also have like critical moves that go into activation off of them.
Soul Calibur has been trundling along to me in the shadows, and it's respectable.
I don't think it's BB Tag. BB Tag back?
No, it isn't BB Tag. So. I think it's not BB Tag.
Uni. It's unclear.
Under Night came back.
Yeah. Under Night is back, which I think to me that's like the one like ray of light of Evo is like because it does not have huge numbers, but like there's such a community focused effort to build that game up
Oh yeah.
that it's like at least Evo recognizing that, and they don't really get a huge draw from it or anything. It's like I said, it feels like the one light of what
Honestly,
it should be.
I would have, and I understand it's because of it's how things are. These are not game like I get the NetherRealm only shows up when NetherRealm pays the bucks.
Yeah, that's okay, and that's the biggest one. That's not the biggest surprise, but that is like the second biggest surprise. Is MK11 is not there
Because to me, like I like seeing one. I would personally, I would always prefer, even though this is not a game for me.
Yeah.
Similar to how the Uniclear people are.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Those people are knit.
Yeah.
That game is solid. It's not for me,
Yeah.
but I respect that game. I respect the people. It's the characters are like.
Yeah.
I would love to see Killer Instinct show up. It was kind of pushed to the side.
Yeah,
I
I
was
kind of like never got. Again, it also suffered that same year where they did the charity drive of like. Unfortunately, it could have won, but you know who else was in the lineup of charity games?
Marvel 3.
Marvel 3.
Which should have just been there.
It should have just been in, and then they could have given a spotlight to a smaller community.
Because it's, like, that's... And sort of how Unius got last year, I kind of would have rather KI get it this year.
Yeah.
As the sort of... Alright, we're not having the Western game crew...
Yeah.
More, if NetherRealm's not there, throw in Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
I think people... would have
So
liked it.
it's kind of unfortunate.
But
and then
I digress.
the final game, which again this just feels sleazy too, is an 8-man Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Invitational.
Yeah.
It's the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And there are 4 lock-ins who are the 4 prior EVO champs.
Yeah.
Marvel 2 ran for 10 years, and there are only 4 people who won the game at EVO. Justin Wong, who won like
a lot.
7 of the 10. Might just be 6, but he is far and away. Duck Doe, who is a Spiral Doom player.
Good.
Sanford, Santhrax, The King, Mr. Kelly,
and Yipes.
And my boy Yipes.
The Darkest Horse, not going to win. Not going to win.
So but it's dirty because the past couple of years, Yipes and Chris Matrix have put on these efforts to play Marvel 2 with like a lot of the up-and-comers. And it's been called Battle of the Strongest. I'm not 100% sure on all the details, but they might have had like mini side tournaments at majors for qualifiers. But I kind of also think they just did like an end of the year round robin first to 7 like sets. So everyone played everyone to first to 7 for winner takes all Marvel 2. And they grew it. It was running on Matcherino, so the prize pot was all community donated. It always happens at the end of the year, so my math gets a little fuzzy.
Yeah,
but
it's
I think
fine.
2018, it got a higher prize pot than Tekken 7 World Finals had.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was Tekken 7 had a laughably small one for what it was, and at some point during donations, the crowd realized we could beat it. We could top it.
All right, so I'm just going to throw something out here. You might not approve.
Okay.
But I'm just throwing it out here.
Hold on. It feels sleazy because it feels like Mr. Wizard and the Evo people just saw Yipes and Matrix's success and said, "Yeah, we're just gonna take it."
Yeah, we're going to take
You made this? I made this.
It's the Kickstarter company where they make the thing do the Kickstarter, so then if it gets enough now, we'll fund it.
Yeah.
Because we need to know if there's interest.
Yeah.
But I think Evo could have, it felt like, even years ago, because it had Melee.
Yeah.
It could have had that rotating, instead of being Melee, just the old game.
Yeah.
Just on the top.
It's back.
It's back for So
Third Strike is here.
it's here for
Marvel
a year.
2 is here.
It's here.
Yep.
It comes in every year. There's going to be that 8th slot, and it's going to be an
Yeah.
old game.
Yep.
Because I think if that was the case, I would have not been so upset about Melee kept coming back.
Yeah.
If it was like, here's the one-time thing.
Yeah.
Melee's here.
Yeah.
Here's
But
Street.
again, they do it because it's unique entrance,
yeah.
so it's more dosh.
Yeah, I know.
It's,
I know. It's all about
And
Pokemon.
I understand you're running. It takes a lot of effort to run
Oh yeah.
a
More effort than I'm
Tournament.
willing to do.
yeah, and it's even more though of like so.
I'm barely willing to do this.
So breaking even is rough at a tournament. Don't get me wrong. Shout outs to Rick who runs Combo Breaker, who is now paying his staff. That is something. It's like he doesn't want just volunteers. He wants to pay people who are putting in the work to help run the event. Combo Breaker, if you go to an FGC thing, I would say go to Combo Breaker. But also, all those hotel rooms sold out day one, and there's a lot of people who bought like 7 and are now,
Scabbing.
Scalping.
Scalping.
Yeah. Scabs are for unions.
No, I got confused.
It's okay, I did too. I couldn't remember the word.
Yeah, it's just a scab.
Scalping.
Scalping. I never like I don't.
Yeah.
I do not like the idea.
Yeah, fuck them.
It remind but there's a special place in my heart when people try to do that and it just backfires. I remember
They're just left with 7 hotel rooms.
or it was when they were doing the Popeyes chicken. It was just some guy outside of Popeyes with like a cooler full of chicken sandwiches. It's like, I'll sell these to you, and no one bought them.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you just have this thing full of chicken. And it's going, and the value's decreasing real quick because no one's gonna eat the cold chicken sandwich.
No one wants that.
He's like, but I spent $200 on chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, sucks for you,
You
dog.
did.
Yeah, it feels real good. Feels real good when just desserts happen.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
So good.
Um,
The other, I think that's all the surprises.
Oh, we can talk, and I want to use
You
this.
said Kickstarter.
Yeah, I was a segue.
Yeah.
I'm a segue. Wonderful 101
Yeah.
having a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
As I said on my tweet,
$50,000.
oh, it was funded within hours.
Yeah.
It's Platinum's best game by far. If you, I'm not supporting it because I already own it.
Yeah. There's
I've
no
beaten
reason.
it.
I think they're adding some more stuff to it though.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that if I have a game and I have beaten the game, I'm going to go, yeah, I'm going to buy that again.
Yeah.
I'm
You're just hoping this leads to a wonderful 102.
I want a Wonderful 102. There's a, I'm not even, because I respect Wonderful 101, I think it's, so Wonderful 101's story moved me to tears
Aw.
3 times. It's that sort of, it's not the most complex story, but it's, if you've ever got the feeling of, in your heart, those guys are heroes.
Oh.
If you get, and it has that several times of, those guys are heroes.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is the most heroic thing.
It's got the Concrete Revolutio feel.
It has the start. There are
The edgeless blade feel.
God, I forgot. Star Trek reboot. Kirk sacrifices. Kirk's dad sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of those moments in there, and everyone is strong.
That is like one of the strongest pieces of film.
Yeah, that bit.
Yeah, it is.
J.J. Abrams. There you go. That's the word.
Yeah.
You know, J.J. Abrams is a really good director, really bad screenwriter. Don't let him write.
Yeah.
Don't let him write.
I
I think as a director, he's pretty good.
think he's okay as a director.
Well, like what I mean is, you'll get everything will
Yeah,
work.
but as a writer, yeah,
He's bad.
He's pretty bad.
He's real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wonderful 101, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really strong. It's their best game. I was also going to transition from esports to my Legends of Runeterra Riot Games roundup.
Yeah.
That game's got a hold of me real bad. As I told Drew and he made him laugh, I've started watching Professional League of Legends again because I was like, oh man, these card games are really good. What else is League of Legends? So,
And I have like no familiar with LoL at all. I don't know any of the characters.
What's
or anything.
weird is, so before Teamfight Tactics came in,
Yeah.
I played a bunch of League of Legends. I played a bunch. I started. This won't matter. This won't matter to you. Maybe one of the 7 Samurai will understand. I started when York came out, and I quit around. I don't even remember, but I quit and I played Dota for a while. League. It's amazing how much all of that time. I must have played League for a couple hundred hours. Yeah. I think I played Dota for 400 according to Steam, and I'm going to assume I put the same amount of time in League.
Yeah.
Like playing it. All of those characters, it's weird. Like, it's not weird, but I was like, oh yeah, there's my boys. They're back. There's my crew. It's back. Oh, it's Teemo. I love him. He's back.
Yeah.
I'm playing him. I'm playing his card. And there's Yasuo. He's cool. And then there's all my crew. They haven't released my crew yet. I'm waiting for them. There's some of the heroes in the card game. The ones that I'm like, those are my boys. They haven't come out yet, but
they're coming.
They're coming. They better be.
Yeah.
They better be. Some of them are in there, but like I haven't got them yet. Vladimir's in there. He's okay, but he's been reworked. It's
not the same.
So one of the weird things about League is it's had 2, maybe 3 lore revisions,
reboots.
It's been
rebirth.
It's the most. So imagine because
retcons.
so League of Legends come out,
sure.
and they give every character.
Tell me.
They get a lore. Everyone gets a lore.
Sure.
But then Riot Games.
Overwatch?
Yeah. Okay, so imagine if Overwatch... Okay, so you're familiar how Overwatch is the story?
Yep.
What if Overwatch stopped halfway through, rebooted itself, and then Overwatch is now non-canon, and everyone else is now the canon story because they're making games based on every character in Overwatch.
Okay.
So, it's so... Like, it would be like if Capcom released Marvel 2 without any other games, and then they're like... Devil May Cry's coming out, featuring Dante from Marvel 3.
If that was the
That's what's happening with League of Legends.
That's weird.
Where there was no lore, and then they made lore to make other... So the original thing that was canon is now... League of Legends is non-canon. It's a dream match.
Okay. It's KOF.
It's KOF 14, and KOF 13... It's
14, I think, is actually a reboot for the series.
It's such a weird... Because the lore's fine. I watched some videos on it. It's like... Yeah. I'd say it's slightly better than Warcraft's, is...
Okay. Yeah, so I don't, like... God, I don't even know any of the characters. I think I know the name Miss Fortune.
Yeah, Miss Fortune, she's great.
Bad pun.
She's really cool. She's now Admiral Fortune.
Well, good for her.
She fucked up. It was a cool cinematic. She fucked up the King of Pirates.
Okay.
She shot him a lot, and then blew up his boat.
Man, you saying King of Pirates. One Piece, the past month, 2 months, has just been a flashback about who, like, Odin, like, the guy who should be Shogun of Wano is, and about him sailing with Whitebeard and him sailing with Gold Roger, and then him coming back and being like, well, get the fuck out of my country, Kaido.
Okay. Did we talk about the One Piece last week?
The live action?
Live action One Piece. All right, now that's a good... Well, we're keeping...
I left. So
okay, so keep it... We did not. I think I forgot. So, what are your feelings? Drew, you're a way bigger One Piece fan than me.
Man, I'm more One Piece to watch.
Okay, so here's...
I've never watched any of the like live action anime adaptations on Netflix. There's several I mean to watch just to see. But there's like things like Cake Guru is not going to be like live action going to feel weird. So I'm like, I can't watch that. There's a live action Mob that I'm like, I could get some more Mob. But
I think so. So Oda's working on it.
Yeah.
Or he's approving it.
Yeah.
He might sign off on it.
Yeah. So it's like,
what I want this show to be.
You think about being a mangaka and how much time he actually has to oversee.
Oh yeah, he has nothing. He's just signing. He's basically looking at it and make sure it doesn't look like a Disney Pictures original.
I don't even think he's.
You don't even think. You think it's one of his assistants?
I think they put his name on it, and that's all they're doing.
It's okay. So to me, because I've been watching Netflix's Witcher, and it's good. Netflix. So
I watched
Netflix
the first episode, and
it's accurate.
Yeah.
but so Netflix can do good adaptation. They've also done Death Note, which was a hit. Yeah, and they've done Castlevania, which is phenomenal, but that's by.
Yeah, why did I say Hellsing? That's what I fucking.
Yeah,
did.
you meant Castlevania.
Whoops.
That's fine. So,
Why the fuck did I say Hellsing? I've never even watched or read Hellsing.
I think I watched some of Hellsing. Oh, whatever.
Whatever. Who cares?
Hellsing. Before I get on it, Hellsing is all the guy that did Hellsing has mastered one manga technique that appeals to me specifically, which is main character partially obscured by shadow, torso mostly obscured by shadow, one glowing eye.
Yeah.
That is a mark. I don't care what character you have. If they're somewhat in the shadows, and their face is kind of covered, and then I'm like, oh, that guy's cool.
But yeah, so
Netflix
adaptation.
One Piece.
So it's like I'm just more confused because it's like at most like 12 episodes have been confirmed or something for this.
It's 10, I think.
10, yeah, it's somewhere in that ballpark.
Do
you know how much One Piece there is?
Okay, so this is what I was getting to. Also, I watched the Umbrella Academy, and that was really well done.
I
would dare say the Umbrella Academy TV show better than the comic. Comics kind of
Yeah.
The TV shows are like,
so. All I know is written by
My Chemical Romance Man. Which, I don't know. I guess he made a good TV show script because it worked out.
Kevin, how many chapters of One Piece are there?
It's like 800 or something. 1,000? 900? 950? 975? 970?
970. It'd be 971 tomorrow.
So this is my optimal thing. If Netflix somehow is listening to this podcast, let me tell you what you need to do.
Stop all the ghosts that are coming through.
And then we got to Here to Fight for You and you. All right. But okay, so Netflix, I'm talking to you. I know you're listening.
Mr. Netflix.
Mr. Netflix himself. The One Piece show, if you make it, I know you're tempted just to adapt One Piece. Don't do it. Just make a fun pirate adventure and put some One Piece flavor on it. One Piece is big enough. You can have like a pirate crew that has a couple of superpowers and they fight other pirates and it's enjoyable. Yeah. You should that show should be. You try and go. That's pretty good.
So there's a couple ways I could see it going. Obviously, let's not even front. It's gonna be Chapter 1 of One Piece live action.
I know.
Let's start.
I know. I'm trying to avoid this nightmare scenario.
But so what I think they could do instead is if this is 10 episodes.
That's why I say side story.
I was gonna say how many members of the crew are there?
You do one per.
So you just do sad backstory
of each
as your first 10, and then after that, season 2, you can start at any point in One Piece you want and just start running.
Okay.
Option 3, the title page stories.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm saying side story.
Those side stories that are already there and established, you could just do those.
Just do those. That's to me. If you're and this sounds so stupid. But I'm from a marketing perspective, this is the stupidest thing I will say. But from practicality, it is smart.
Yeah.
Don't have Luffy in the One Piece show.
I don't mind if he's in the show.
Well, but to me, it's because Luffy's gonna look real stupid. His powers are gonna look.
That's the issue. It's not his powers. It's all of the powers.
Which is why I think you should just make your original characters. And make their powers not stupid.
You know what's a really great medium to have fantastical elements to your characters and it doesn't break.
Oh, it's cartoons.
Maybe they should just make a cartoon of One Piece.
You just make cartoon. Or I mean, listen.
I still think about why the Harry Potter movies weren't cartoons.
I think I've said on record that any medium where it is not. You are not heavily relying on human actor performances. Facial should just be a cartoon.
Yep.
And even some of them shouldn't be. Listen, if Avengers Infinity War was 98% cartoon. That movie was just CG. Yep. That's why the Star Wars cartoons are far more believable than the Star Wars movie, the prequels, because even though everything else is 90% cartoon, the humans just kind of
stand out.
Look.
Yeah.
Those movies look terrible.
It's why like the original trilogy still looks the best out of those films.
Yeah, because it's just
all practical.
It's all practical effects. It's all humans.
Yep. God, have you heard the like tragedy that is like the 2000?
Did we talk about the Thing reboot?
Yeah,
where they
it's not
took
a reboot. It's a prequel.
the prequel.
It's an in-canon prequel.
But where they
But they just couldn't think of a subtitle, so they just called it the thing again.
Yeah, and they took
did.
away all the really cool looking puppets and put in bad CG over it because that was the trend.
Yeah, because the producers were like, "This looks awful. We want CG," and it's like, and so they got awful looking CG as opposed to like
those
gorgeous
puppets were
looking,
really
yeah.
good. They were Thing level puppets.
Yeah, it was good. It looked good.
And those CG
And no one
models
cares
do not-
about that enough for that ever to get a remaster into something proper and good.
So like, I would also be cool if
no direct
if the One Piece show was just Whitebeard.
Or Roger.
Yeah, it was Roger.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I actually would that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really because I want the Netflix show, if it's terrible, to exist in its own continuity, doesn't affect Luffy at all.
Yeah.
But if it's great and Luffy says, "Oh, he meets one of the characters from the Netflix show.
and
Oh, I like that guy."
Kevin, I'm about to blow your fucking mind as to what this show should be.
All right.
Okay, it has to be live action.
Yeah.
But you know what is live action, but kind of not live action?
What's that?
Puppets.
Oh! Oh, you did. You go with Peely Studios. You do a Hawkeye, Mihawk, Gaiden, 10 episodes,
Yeah.
puppets.
It's like you could even do Luffy as a rubber band and with just a
it
rubber
works!
arm puppet and it stretches.
Oh, it would work.
And then you just release it for that shot, then you do a cut shot back, and then you're stretching it the
Yeah.
other
Oh,
way. Fucking a Stretch Armstrong puppet.
Oh, that'd be great. That's the number one. Be a Hawkeye.
That's the impossible dream.
Okay, yeah. So that's number one. To me, number two is original character do not steal pirate crew.
Yeah.
It's just a fun
in
adventure.
the world of One Piece.
Yeah. It's because One Piece is big enough.
Called Fun Piece.
Yeah, One Piece is Naruto's not that big.
Not anymore. Yeah.
I would just even say, well, no, I mean the world of Naruto is not that big. It's
Yeah.
just there's like
Yeah.
One Piece is so many islands and
Yeah.
so many. You could just have.
It's a testament to One Piece that the edits and censorship in 4Kids didn't feel out of place.
No, if you had a man pull out a shotgun and the shotgun's just a mallet on
Yeah.
a spring, I'd be like, yeah, that's.
A man shooting Luffy with poison suction cups.
Oh, that'd be fine. Yeah, I believe it. I would not. That would not be out of place.
Yep. It's like, okay, sure. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So number one, Peely. Number two is puppets. No, number one's puppets. Number two, original. Keep in mind, all of this is good. I don't care. This has to be well done. You can't You can't make my original character do not kill pirate crew and make them terrible and say that's what you wanted. Number three, side story / cover story.
Yeah.
Where it's just here's a Shanks adventure for 10 episodes.
Yeah.
It's him and Buggy. They're just going on some cruise.
I think also I would say tied with that idea is you just do like the One Piece movies that are just non-canon.
Yeah,
you just do
do
that.
one of those.
It's just a non-canon adventure they went on.
Yeah, so we're gonna say I'm gonna put that below side story because to me
that's why I put it on like I don't know.
Because to me a side story, depending on who it is, could be interesting.
There's a lot of not great One Piece movies already.
Yeah, well, it's kind of why I liked Detective Pikachu as Detective Pikachu because there's so many Pokemon anime movies. Where you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the bottom of the barrel.
One Piece episode 1.
One Piece episode 1. That is like I can see it in my brain and I recoil from it and that's why I'm yelling no. I do not want One Piece episode 1.
I really feel like they're not going to start there because I feel they want to have the crew already established. I think they're going to start in a later saga and either like every episode will start with a character backstory intro or just like they'll somehow work in character backstories as it progresses.
So for me, when I think of Netflix adaptations,
if I'm calling it, I think they start at the 2-year skip and pick up there and start running.
Okay, so
That's my call.
So this is me being somewhat cynical, somewhat real.
Yeah.
When I think of Netflix, who their audience is for, it's mostly for, I'm going to say, people like my stepmom, who we've watched like Witcher and watched stuff, and she's enjoyed it. She would not, if you started One Piece episode 1, not gonna penetrate at all. She's just gonna be like, what? Which is why I think you can make a side, where it's like, oh, I like fun it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, I'll tell you right, that is a 0% happening.
I know it is.
That is in the same tier of happening as puppets.
I know.
God, but how good would fucking that same studio making a One Piece be?
It'd be that's who you get it.
The Frankie puppet.
It'd be great. Yeah, no, it'd be great. It'd be great. It would fit, and the people, it would fit because you could have all the little miniatures, and it would look real. It would work. It's kind of like I was also thinking Netflix adapting other stuff, like if they did a live action Dragon Ball Z, what I would want that to be is just, here's a group of Saiyans in the Frieza Force going to planets.
Oh, see, that I want to just start at Dragon Ball. That I want Dragon Ball episode 1.
Okay, so Dragon Ball could work more.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Ball could work more, honestly.
And then it's also, if it's successful, it'll steadily build a budget, and then they can afford to do Z a little more proper. But
yeah, because I think Dragon Ball could work.
Yeah.
Is it what? How bad it? All right,
Long and Poir will be a little.
All right, so let's think about it. What things can work? So okay, Netflix is going to make an anime live adaptation, and they're going. Let's say for the rules. We were planning to do the character creation for.
That's not how that works.
Or just this some vague discussion, but okay, it doesn't matter. This is good. Okay, ground rules, and this is best case scenarios, right? Sure. Okay, so Netflix is going to make a live action adaptation of a manga or comic you like.
No, I think I'll say comics weird because it's.
Let's say manga. Let's say manga, because comic to me, they've proven. Actually, with Umbrella Academy, they can do comic. And I think
comic, I already have a locked-in answer.
Okay, so manga. They're doing manga, right?
For the record, my answer for comic is Chew.
Yeah, well, okay, so why I wanted to back off of comic is I feel like we've had enough success. Even, like, I'll be real, Walking Dead, like, the first season, it adapted that comic really. Like,
I watched episode 1 of that, and I don't know.
But I'm going to say... America can adapt an American comic.
Yes.
It's the manga is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and obviously it's a challenge. So, the more fantastical your answer is, the better.
So,
like, it's very easy. I could just say monster.
Okay, no, all I was going to say is, because I want something more... this is part of the ground rules. 10 episodes, it starts at the start of it. We're going to eliminate everything that does not feature supernatural elements. Okay. For instance, you can't... Because they can do monster.
Yeah, they can...
They can do Akagi.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Or Kaiji. Actually, or even Cromartie... Okay, no, that's on the list. That's on okay. Because there's fantastical elements.
There's a lot.
What I want the manga is things that can go wrong.
Yes.
Where it's not like Ippo. Ippo could work. Ippo's fine. Prince of Tennis
could work.
You could change, like, all you really have to do is change the names. Like any sports show where you just say, instead of Ippo, my name is Rip.
Okay, Kevin. I got
okay, so I have I want bad, good, and shockingly might work.
Okay, so I've got a good and I've got a shockingly.
Okay.
The good one, Rama 1/2.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree. I think Rama could work. We'll go back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, here's one I think could work.
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho. Starting at episode 1.
Yeah.
The ghost detective and the being dead.
Yeah.
I think that could work.
I think that could work.
I think, remember, this is 10 episodes.
Yeah,
so we're starting at the beginning.
Basically, it's enough time to get Yusuke back to life.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, I think, God, can you imagine people who do watch it and they get invested, and then it's like, at some point they're like, Like, can you imagine middle-aged woman who was invested in Yusuke's Back to Life story who is now watching the Dark Tournament arc?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, when did this turn into just
that's
fighting?
so like that's what I'm saying is that okay, we're like back and forth. It has to be. I think that would work honestly better than One Piece. I think Yu Yu Hakusho would work phenomenally.
Okay.
All right.
This one.
No. You
Kaneko Man.
I agree. I'm gonna. Yeah.
And it's like, the thing is, I think you film it like an actual wrestling show.
It's same as Tiger. Like I would say, similar to.
Yeah.
I think you film it because Kaneko Man is similar, or if you know Ultimate Muscle or Muscle, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you film it like it's real wrestlers.
Yeah.
But you keep that kayfabe of this is just part of the.
Yeah.
Everything is real.
Yeah.
It's wrestling where everything
it's all
is real.
the bizarre and weird ones. It's still Warsman's faceplate comes off.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a weird cyborg machine man. It's, like,
it's real. It's all real.
It's like,
all this is real. All their powers are real.
Yeah. All the stupid stuff of like, I thought I broke his back. It's like, no, he popped my hips.
I think that would work. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna say bad. I don't know. This one's. I don't know. JoJo's. I think JoJo's would be bad.
JoJo's would be bad.
Yeah.
JoJo's would not work because
like
Phantom Blood's not gonna work.
Yeah, like even
live action Phantom Blood.
I would say you even just start at Stardust Crusaders.
I don't.
And I just don't think it's gonna work. Live action.
It is. That's not.
They can't do the sets right. They can't afford to go to.
So keep in mind in this thing, we're talking about Netflix budget.
Yeah.
We're not talking about. So the effects are going to look kind of meh, which is why I think. So you're not going to have if so for instance if you're going in. What? Okay. So what else? What would you think? Okay, here's one that would be bad. Kenshin.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is Americans adapting it.
Yeah, they do not have.
They don't understand what Japanese like.
I got another bad one.
All right.
And it shouldn't be bad, but we both know it would be garbage.
Lay it down.
Lupin the Third. You know they.
They'd fuck that up.
It's such a soft, easy, just hit out the park.
Just hit out the park. It's so. It's similar. They would fuck that one up, and it's the easiest of all of them to do. You don't even have to change a thing.
You don't have to change a damn thing.
And they would fuck it. They would fuck that thing hard, and it doesn't even... Oh, you don't even...
Yep.
No, you don't... Oh, they would fuck that up. They would fuck it up because it's too easy.
Yep.
It's too
easy.
Hunter x Hunter would be bad.
Yeah.
Ushio and Tora.
That's like Kenshin. They don't understand Japan.
They don't understand how Japan goes. So even if they try to like westernize it, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Yu Yu Hakusho you could actually westernize slightly.
Yeah, because the demons are not like
they're not Japanese.
Yokai. Yeah, they're not Japanesey.
Okay. Speaking on yokai, Ghost Sweeper Mikami.
I think they could do it.
I think they could do it. I think that show could work.
I do too.
I think that show could work really well.
Yeah.
Because it's just stupid.
I got another weird one.
Alright.
Blue Sub number 6.
Yes, that could work.
I think it
For
could.
10 episodes? Yeah, like the
especially because the set is they only have to build a submarine.
It's a submarine and a little bit of CG for the land and a little bit of... Yeah, that could work. It's submarine drama. Alright, here's one that would never work. Gundam. Any Gundam.
Yeah, I was thinking Pat LeBar, and like they can't like
Pat
anything
LeBar
with a giant robot.
Okay, alright, Big O.
Okay, think about what Big O would look like. Think about what the actual Mega Deuce is gonna look like.
Okay, but what if it's in black and white? Like Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
Was that movie good?
It looked cool. Okay, okay, so Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow is not a good movie. But when I saw the preview, I will show you that preview.
I've seen it. No, I've seen it. It was enough to get me to pick it up from Mr. Case, and I started watching it, and all I remember is falling asleep.
I thought it was a Big O.
Yeah.
I was like, they did it. So they could do... Okay,
Thunderbolt Fantasy?
No. Outlaw Star.
They can't do it. They can't anything with mecha.
Okay. So you're gonna say mechs
They
are off the
basically
table.
like not giant ones. I don't think they.
Okay,
could
so
do
giant robot off the
They
table.
maybe could do like Iron Man thing next.
Okay.
They maybe could do an active raid.
I don't think they could do active
I don't think
raid.
they could either. Well, okay, I would. How would you feel if they did?
My Hero Academia would work.
I was gonna say Concrete Revolution, but it's American characters.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they want, I think that's too much effort. That's
more-
way
yeah.
too much effort. But if they want to go by saying the Concrete Revolution, but it's all American
Yeah.
comics and effort,
It's like the hopeful Venture Brothers.
that would be incredible.
Yeah.
I think that's too hot. That's getting too way beyond the fantasy. That's like I'm like legitimately like, no, that could work and be incredible.
That would be
That
real
would take
good.
a lot of effort.
Yeah, it would.
I'm just thinking of other Shonen Jump stuff.
I'm looking through a list of them right now. Help.
Bleach.
I never watched Bleach.
I'm just saying.
You already said Yu Yu Hakusho.
I think Yu Yu Hakusho works better. Naruto's not no. I think Naruto. Okay, so if you take the first 10 episodes of Naruto and the first 10 episodes of One Piece,
Yeah.
I would take One Piece any day of the week.
Yeah.
For the life, because Naruto, you're gonna have kids in there.
Yeah.
Or Naruto's gonna be like one of those 25-year-old, 12-year-old kind of like
Yeah.
you can't.
This one is like, I don't think they could do it, but also they might could do it. Like, this one wouldn't surprise me either way.
All right,
Utena.
that's
the riskiest
that's a big.
one. That's a gamble.
I can see that working.
Exactly.
I can see Ucha. Because what you would do is you'd make them college age, so you have
Yeah.
not high school age.
Yeah, or even high school seniors.
I'd say you just may set it at a college. It's just
I don't know. I like high
prestige-
school seniors because part of it is like, no,
It's
you
that high
fucking-
school.
Yeah, it's right.
But
It's growing
it's
up.
kind of. I could see Utena could work.
Utena could work.
It could. The physical limitations would be fun. Like it could.
Yeah, and it's already like so solid and established of what it is. There's not wiggle room to play with. So that's the issue of if you have a director be like, I think I can jiggle it a little.
No, you can't. And this first 10 arc, which is basically the
Rose
first,
Saga,
yeah,
the Rose Council.
it would work.
Yeah,
It would work.
yeah.
I think Utena would work. It could work. It could go real bad.
They could go
Um,
really bad.
I think
Goblin Slayer.
no. So any isekais no.
Get out of here.
Any isekai.
Digimon. Because then the CG looking bad is part of it.
That is part of it. Digimon.
Digimon. Digital monsters.
It depends. Okay, so they did do Stranger Things,
Yeah.
which means Netflix
They
can
understand children actors.
they can deal with children actors.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And the children actors in Digimon are not going to be doing Naruto. You're gonna have like 10-year-old, 12-year-old Naruto doing fight scenes. It's gonna look terrible as a human.
Yeah.
In Digimon, those kids,
Kids aren't fighting.
they're just acting.
Yeah.
I think
I
Digimon
think
could
it might
work.
be. I got a bad one.
All right.
This is a bad one.
All right.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, they've messed that up several times. They've already messed. Full Metal Alchemist would not work.
Yep. But also though, what do you think about Dororo?
I think it would fail. I don't think it'd be as bad as a Kenshin or a Ushio and Tora,
Yeah.
but I think it would be.
If they went all practical effects for it, I think it would be phenomenal.
I think it could be good because I'm trying to think of when I think of Dororo, the closest thing is how they did The Witcher,
Yeah.
and The Witcher looks good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it does not look. It looks obviously made for TV,
Yep.
but it's you're
It's not bad.
and the choreography is fine.
Yeah.
I think Dororo could work. I think of all the feudal samurai, Inuyasha.
It would be bad, but I would watch it anyway.
Oh, I would be intrigued.
I would watch it.
I would be very intrigued.
It would be junk food and a guilty pleasure, and I would watch it, and I would not tell anyone, but I would probably enjoy it.
I think I would like it.
Yeah.
Similar to like regular Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Where let's
dig
get the perfect.
I'm gonna say anything by Rumiko Takahashi is probably gonna be good.
Yeah. Sailor Moon. No, that's not by her, but I'm saying
I know
Netflix,
it's not by her, but yeah.
Sailor Moon. I think it could work.
I think it could.
I think it could. I think it could work.
Akira.
No. No.
Just a hard no.
Just hard no. Not even entertaining the thought. I know they're doing Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
I think
that's a weird one. That's like been so long, and
it's also to me
if
Cowboy Bebop is a show where I could see it working because once again America can make a good space western. Yeah. We've made several.
Yeah, but also think about Lupin the Third.
Well, that's the thing.
Spike's your average high school kid.
So the thing is,
always being bullied by
America
vicious.
has made plenty of sci-fi mid-TV budget shows. Yeah. They have not made like that action heist show on a TV budget.
Yeah.
If you were to say Lupin the Third, the live action feature film, I would be more confident. They'd still mess it up.
Cause it's weird. Like, I mean, it's not that different from like an episode of CSI.
No. It just wouldn't work.
It's just
they mess it up. They
would screw it up. We know they would. Does 1 ounce count as supernatural?
Sports. I'm going to count it in the ground rules of sports drama.
Yeah.
Where sports drama,
it's just not fair.
It's too easy to do. Yeah. I've always felt that if Netflix wants to adapt things, they should have started with sports anime and sports drama because you just change. All you do is change the names.
Yeah, that's
and you
all
just
you
keep it the same story.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin. Let's mix and match this into a thing of discuss and more topics, or do you want to just end it?
We're getting kind of close to the end. I'm just thinking about just the last petering out. Zatch Bell. You have a CG Zatch.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
I kind of like CG Zatch.
If it's a puppet Zatch.
Okay.
If those are all
puppets, those are practical puppets,
then I'm on board.
I think that would work really because they're not supposed to look human.
They look weird.
They're supposed to be, which is why I think the CG might work. But I think if those are puppets, I think that would be really good.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna have one of those. You're gonna have. I forgot that one's name. The one that dies tragically because she doesn't want to fight.
Oh yeah. I don't.
The most key. It's sad because that's the key to the entire story.
Promise me to be a kind king.
That wouldn't make anyone do this.
Yep. I think they could do like some Ghibli movies and just stretch them into a series.
I think, you could do like a Nausicaa.
Mononoke and
Nausicaa could work. Yeah. Porco Rosso would be pretty good.
A Kiki sequel.
A Kiki show?
Yeah.
I think a Kiki show would work.
Yeah.
You just have Kiki's Delivery Service. That's just what it's called.
Yeah.
I just did.
Yeah. You might, like, the first couple episodes might be the movie, but also they might just start
off. Yeah, Spirited Away. Just different people going to that mansion. That bathhouse.
Yeah. Howl's Moving Castle doesn't count because that's a book.
Yeah, no, that's already a Western book. Yeah, that's one of those things like we're adapting this. It's like okay,
full circled it.
My dream, I think they would mess up Pluto.
Yeah, I
Pluto's
thought of that
so good.
But that one's also like
They wouldn't do it.
Astro Boy's not established enough in our
He's so cool in Pluto, Astro Boy, because it really amplifies how Astro Boy's supposed to look, where he's just this child, and this child flies down and then punches like a robot in half, and he goes, hello. And it's like not speaking like a child or acting like one, but you're like, that's just so weird. It's so... Oh, man. That comic got me. I loved that comic. It was so cool.
Yeah, I saw it on Reddit.
Oh,
They're making an anime, right?
Yes, they are.
That's
There's some cool parts. There's some parts where you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of what that does is, in a thing I like, where the robot is too much like a person, but also like a robot.
That good old Blade Runner.
Yeah, the main character is just Deckard from Blade. If instead of saying is he a replicant, they just say
he's a replicant.
Because this is Astro Boy world.
Yeah.
100% yes. So that's the end of that.
Later days.
Bye. If Netflix, just adapt a sports anime, you idiots.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do.
Called Champion Joe.
It's called, yeah. Just do it.
It's called Slam Dunk.
It's called, any of them.
Yep. Any of them.
Any of them. And you're gonna have a great show and everyone's gonna like it.
Yep. Ping pong.
Ping pong? There was a live action movie of that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Do
Just
it.
do it, you idiots.